Hello friends, this is Cara-Renee with B.Reborn Art and Healing, coming to you with a flip through for this Fairy Magic Journal. I'm calling it Fairy Magic Journal number 1. I'm distinguishing it from the other journal, which is going to be a lap book, and it is one that I am actually selling to somebody who has pre-requested it. So this one is the giveaway, and she is beautiful. I am so happy with how it turned out, and so I wanted to do a flip through, but before I do that, I want to give you the specifications, because this is the journal that we're going to be giving away. So this is for the drawing. So in order to qualify, you need to be just a resident of the United States. Unfortunately, I'm not opening it up to Canada this time because I just got all those other prizes out from the 3,000 subscriber giveaway, and we're almost to 3,500. It's insane. So I need to kind of put that boundary up. So United States only, you need to be a subscriber on the channel. And then what I'm asking for is that you leave a comment in this video letting me know what your favorite, either your favorite project or piece of ephemera that I have shown you how to make on my channel, or a favorite journal that you've seen me make. So I'm going to leave that up to you. I am looking for a substantive comment. So I want to see that you've watched and that you really know what your favorite was. So and let me know why. If you want to kind of chat with me about why you really loved it, that would be awesome too. Again, I'm always interested in the engagement that is created by the comments. So so let's get going. So this one does not have, oh, and today is Sunday. It's Sunday, but this is going to go up on the channel on Monday, January. Let me look at my my phone really quick. January the 5th, or June the 5th, not January. Oh my goodness gracious, I do not want to be in January. June the 5th. So this is publishing on Monday. So you'll have 1 week from Monday. So I will be doing the drawing on Monday, June the 12th. And so you need to make sure that you've chosen your favorite project and left a comment before that, and then I will do the drawing on that following Monday the 12th. So let's get going. So this was a vintage doily that I had picked up at an antique shop, and when I saw it, I immediately thought of the fairy journals, but it was just way too small to go on anything too big. So I thought it would be really cool if it could have wrapped around and all of that. I ended up actually cutting off, I don't know if you guys remember, it had an extra piece over here. I did end up cutting that off because I just couldn't resolve how to use it, so I did just trim that off. So so again, that's what she is. This is just some fabric from Walmart, but I coffee dyed it, which gave it kind of this grungier look, which I was really happy with. And then we've got all this beautiful trim here. Some seam binding peeking through there, and then we've got our beads as well, our little dangles. Let's see if I can show you that. This one I bought especially for this journal, so whoever wins it, you were thought of. I specifically wanted something really sweet for this journal, rather than something from my stash. So let's go ahead and take a look. So a lot of this stuff you've seen me make on the channel. So I just took, this is a kind of a pocket, and I just glued it in, so hopefully I can get that out. And just a large journal card. This was very recent on my channel. I think it was the transparency pocket video. So let's just get that back in there. And so it's got lots and lots of beautiful things. So we've got this large tag. This is again, and it's not a digital. I keep saying digital, but I don't make digitals. This is a copy of my own mixed media coffee dyed stenciled paper, and so I made a journal card out of that. Love it, love it. And then some ephemera from the kit. So we're going to stick that back in there, and then we've got a transparency pocket. Let the little fairy in you fly. Yes. A beautiful, beautiful image. This one tended to lean towards purple more than the other one, so I'm really loving that. So we've got, this is our mixed media fairy pocket made out of an index card. So as I mentioned in another video, this is from a digital. This flower fairy, I found out later that the seller was not able to, she was not supposed to do that, and so the kit has been removed from her shop, but I had previously purchased it, so I'm going to use it. I'm just going to make sure I don't put it in anything that I'm going to sell. So that's why it's in this journal, and they will not be in the lap book journal because I'm selling that one. So beautiful Overgrown Garden, I think this is what this digital is called, so it should be in the supply list. This is one of our vellum envelopes, so it just opens up. I didn't put anything in it, but it's got this nice little space here that just is really roomy, so I love that. An old vintage music, I believe this is the cover of a music vintage music paper. This is another one of the fairy ephemeras that we did. This is corrugated cardboard. You can see that, corrugated cardboard, and a bunch of inks and gold and all of that stuff. So again, one of the digital fairy flower fairies. But again, not selling this journal. That is a disclaimer. I am not selling this journal. So so this is vellum. This is a piece of my mixed media coffee dyed paper printed on vellum. Really beautiful. Another image from the kit. Again, if you don't know, if you're brand new, I used kits from My Porch Prints, the Fairy Tea Party, and Fairy Magic kits, as well as their add-on kits. Another one of the index card pockets with the flower fairy. This is one of our vellum over the page paper clips. So pretty sweet. This kind of got bent up a little bit. I was trying to train it back, but it got kind of shoved somewhere that it got a little messed up. That'll lay flat though. And this right here, this little hairpin is just, it's not really a hairpin. I bought it years and years and years ago in a craft section, probably Michael's or something. And I thought how perfect for it to just stick out the side of that, of the journal. And then this is that Mayori fold. So you can check out the channel, the playlist for the Fairy Magic Journal. I believe this, that playlist has like 29 or 30 videos in it. So like it was massive. Biggest ephemera push I have ever done in a journal. I did a lot of tutorials, a lot of showing you how to make things. So this is a flower fairy cluster. Another piece of my mixed media coffee dyed paper. This is the original. Look at that. Look at that color. It's absolutely epic. But I left that blank because I want the person to have lots of writing space as well. This is another pocket. This was a window pocket, and then we comes out like this. Oh goodness, it comes out like this, and so that centerpiece comes with it. And then so it's just got the window with a pretty background, and then you just stick it back in there. It's a little bit tight for some reason. And then as you can see, we've got some sequins in there too. I'm gonna not fuss too much with that on camera, but I will fix that before I send it out. And then another image from the kit. This is another early an early piece that I did when I started thinking and dreaming about the fairy journals. And this is again, this is a cluster inside of this this window. It's not transparency. It is, oh, what is it? It's harder than a transparency. I can't think of what it's called. But again, putting it in this journal because I am giving this journal away. So another little cute. And then that tag also comes out similarly. Oh, please come out. Uh-oh. Did we get glued somewhere? Uh-oh. That's not supposed to be glued. Ah! Wow. You know what I did? That's not going to be able to come out, and I made a mistake. It was supposed to be glued on 3 sides, but I forgot that this tag, this pocket does not have a back. So I apologize, guys. This is one that's not going to come out. Boo-hoo. That's a bummer. Oh well, it happens. If I try to take it off, it's going to rip everything up. So this is another one. This is just a large pocket with a, where did it, oh, here's the tag. I had just glued it, so I wanted to make sure it didn't get stuck in there. Let's stick that back in there. Again, I'll do that off camera, goodness. This is the belly band booklet that we made on camera as well, so you can find that in the playlist as well, called the Fairy Magic Journal playlist. So I loved this project though. I loved doing the die cutting and stuff. That was really, boy, I am just having a time of it. I'm going to set that in there too, come back to it. The other half of that coffee dyed paper. This is some trim that I got. I don't remember where I purchased it at, but it just reminds me of just something kind of secretive. I have a little bit more of it, so I'm hoping to put it in the other journal as well. And then I just took the other side of this music page and I covered it with that fabric that you've seen. It's kind of a sheer fabric with these green sparkly dots, and I just glued the whole thing on and then just put this as a center, or like a focal point. Our little, this is my little special little girl dragon. One of our hidden paper clips that we did on camera as well. That's in the playlist. More writing space. And then the second signature, so it has 2 signatures, and I believe the spine is 2, it might be 2 1/4 inches. Let me grab my ruler really quick, guys. My apologies. It is, yeah, 2.5 inches wide. So I usually allow 2 inches for each signature in a journal that I make. And so I'm not sure why I decided to go 2.5. Maybe I was just, and I'm glad I did, because I'm going to show you this in a second, but let's look at the second signature first. This is a piece of ephemera that I learned how to make from Cara-Renee over at Caged Crafts. If you know her, you guys, she's not doing well. I've mentioned that before. Please, please, please keep her in your thoughts, in your prayers, and so that she gets well. So it's just a little writing space. Boom. A pocket from the kit with some ephemera on a vellum page. Another one of the index card fairy, flower fairy pockets. Some more of the ephemera. I'm not going to take everything out. Another page from that overgrown garden paper that I talked about. It should be linked. If it's not, I'm going to try to remember to check, but if it's not, let me know. Hopefully, oh my goodness, did I do it with this one too? Nope, I didn't do it with this one. I have to go back and see if I did that wrong with the other one. This is a similar deal. So I did this cluster that shows up within the window, which I thought was really genius. And then when you take it out, it's also very pretty. So I'm going to leave that there too. So I'll go back and look at the other one and make sure. Maybe I didn't mess it up. This is another vintage book cover. And I sewed on this, the whole piece of the signature page. I sewed this pocket with this coffee dyed trim, and so it goes over, as you can see right here. We'll see that in a minute. Just put a little, I guess it's a little booklet in there. And then I loved this trim. It was a little bit too wide, but I definitely wanted to be able to use it in this journal. I thought it was very fitting. Corner pocket with a dealio here that pulls out, so we've got that showing through the window as well. You just have to get it in the right spot. Come on, right spot. Oh, it goes in here with some little sequins too. I loved this project so much. It was pretty tedious. It was a lot of figuring out how to get everything to line up and all that, but it was fun. Another vellum over the page. It's supposed to be a dangle here, but I decided I wasn't going to do any dangles, so I just used a rusty paper clip, clipped it in. These are some of the tabs that I made. Is also a video on the channel where I made mixed media tabs for the journal. And then this has just got a little booklet tucked up underneath that. And this is the other side of that vellum piece. This is one of our vellum pockets. It's like a coin envelope, large coin envelope with our beautiful butterfly wax seal. You can see that. And this is some of my mixed media paper, and it's printed on vellum. I love that. So I didn't put anything in there. There's a lot of things in here that don't have, I didn't fill everything up, so the recipient can do that. Another piece of that paper, another corrugated cardboard corner thingy here. Another tab, the other side of that fabric pocket, and then this is one of the mixed media tags we did. Again, it is also on the channel in the playlist, so you can check that out. It's a little bit heavy and thick. It's not very flexible, but that's okay. I account for that bulk. So, and then I just love that. I love that other side of that. And then another vellum page with a hidden paper clip. And this is our pop-up paper bag. I'm not going to open it up, but it basically opens up, and inside of it is a flower fairy, some butterflies, just one-dimensional bits, and then I think some of that like moss and stuff in there. So, but I'm not going to open it just for time's sake. So that's that. Another vellum, half of the vellum page. I put, these are two of the new clusters that are a new cluster that we just did recently, but I thought it worked perfectly with this page and wanted to share the love between the two journals. So, and then because I didn't like the glue print that it left on this showing through, I just took one of the pieces of ephemera and just cut a circle image out. Another one of the Flower Fairy index card pockets filled with some ephemera here. And that is it. So on the back cover, what I did is, this is an original of my coffee dyed mixed media paper, and I just thought it went really good with this page, and it was a great thing to put on the back cover because I did not like how I stitched around. It felt sloppy and messy and unprofessional, so I just made a little ephemera holder. First time I've ever done this. So I don't do this kind of thing, but it's chock full of stuff. I hope you guys can see little tags, big tags, all kinds of stuff. So that's going to go to the recipient also. So what I wanted to show you finally is that I'm not going to put a closure on it because it lays completely flat, which was the benefit in this case of having a 2.5 inch spine. So see how much room we still have in there? I hope you guys can see that. But that allowed me to put all that bulk in there, and I don't even have to put a closure on it. It's epic. It's laying completely flat. So so I'm not going to put a closure because I was wondering, oh, how am I going to do that without kind of just taking away from all of this beauty that is in the spine or in the opening here. I love this view of it. Look at that. So beautiful. So that is the journal, and again, all the details will be in the description box, so check it out. And I will do the drawing again the following Monday on June the 12th. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.